I'm gonna say this, and I don't give a how it sound because y'all are getting on my nerves with all this respectability. At the end of the day, Black Americans are the only group of people that has not made anybody else feel less than, othered, inferior, like they don't belong. Black Americans ain't never did that to nobody. But I can literally say that every other demographic, whether you melanated or not, if you are outside of Black American, you had some stuff to say about me and the people that look like me. So no, I don't give a if the diaspora war was started by white people. Point blank period. The point is, in 2025, with everybody having access to the internet, they know who the instigator is, and they still choose to run with the narrative that they got from those people. So I don't give a about. There ain't no diaspora war. The only issue is that they trying to say that's a war is the fact that we have self-identified and we have self-preserved. And we said what we said about how we gonna show up in the world. That is a war to them because they can no longer bite off of what we got going on. They can no longer be parasites and group everybody else together and appropriate the culture that they want to be a part of, which is why they tell them, oh, you're African, you're this, you're this. And again, why is it always for African? Ain't nobody saying they Kenyan. Ain't nobody saying they Ghanaian. Ain't nobody saying they go, what the ever. Like, no one is saying, they're not even calling themselves African. That's my thing. All them countries over there. Why do y'all not united? It's literally different races of people all already over there, but y'all don't with each other. Y'all don't rock with each other. Y'all don't even like each other because y'all haven't self-identified yet. Y'all too busy running behind Mr. White Man. But then when we say who the we are, now it's the issue because I'm excluding you. I'm not excluding you. I'm acknowledging me. The fuck is wrong with y'all?
Y'all not about to gaslight me into giving a fuck about that pan-Africanism ideology when y'all only pan-African in America and you're only pan-African when you feel threatened by white people's racism. Because when white people was using y'all as tools of white supremacy to try to deny systemic oppression, they were saying, oh, well, Africans and Caribbeans were doing better than y'all, and y'all was preaching that same rhetoric. Where the fuck was pan-Africanism in? Where the fuck was this, we black progression and this and that? Then, no, you happily sat on that dog bed where white people told y'all was better than African Americans, and y'all sit right here and repeat the same rhetoric. Same thing where African and Caribbean culture didn't even blew the fuck up. Only a couple songs blew up. You niggas got a big hand. You came in our spaces trying to dictate Black America, what the Black Americans celebrate. And what we do in our spaces, they was come in our space telling us we're tired of Black American culture. We want African and Caribbean culture. We told y'all, y'all gonna do that shit up north. The only thing I sit around and say about Black Americans, at least we told y'all, when it came y'all thinking y'all can come in our spaces and tell us what if we can and can't do. We don't even talk about something. I'm tired of avocado food. I'm ready to go back home. I'm tired of hip-hop, all type of shit, right? Telling Black Americans we're the white people or Black people because we was telling y'all people were being xenophobic back towards y'all. But then y'all was allowing xenophobic towards Black Americans in y'all comments. Now, all of a sudden, and mind you, this was a couple of months ago, right? This is some shit happened a couple of months ago. Now, since y'all feel more threatened and see that and feel that threat, it's starting to grow. And white people actually don't give a fuck about y'all. Now it's pan-Africanism. No, if you didn't want to preach pan-Africanism when it was supposed peace, don't preach that shit when it's supposed war and you feel threatened. And then this crazy thing about it is, they don't want to preach that shit over here. They don't even preach that shit in their home country. Got a whole country, got a whole civil war going on. Don't never go back home and preach that shit to them. They run to America, telling us what if we can and can't do, and what if make us Black or not. What makes us, too American or not. Bitch, you can't tell me shit. You ran from your home country soon as trouble started happening. Right, soon as trouble happened, them ran from their home country over here. I don't want to hear that shit.
You know, I would like to say we live in a very crazy world at this moment in time, and it's crazy in a very beautiful way. Something that I never thought that I would ever see, something that I could never have fathomed, which is the fact that you have people of many different ethnicities around the world that feel a certain type of way about Black Americans. And the funniest thing about it is that a lot of these different groupings of people, right? All of these people that have all of these great cultures, right? Civilizations, thousands, millions of years, right? And all of these people say that they're so proud and their cultures and their identities, they stand so mighty and so high. And what is it that Black Americans have, right? But at the same time, the same people that all of these people around the world happen to look down upon are the main ones that all of these great cultures, these people that come from these great civilizations, all of these people copy us. And it's the craziest thing, right? How a lot of folks would like to minimize. They would want to condense everything that we are to, Black Americans, your culture is, gang violence, pimps, rap music, just gangs and drugs, right? People want to condense it to that, right? And can never seemingly list or give you anything positive, but yet when they can happen to highlight or say that it's something positive, now it's everybody's culture, right? Now it's everybody's a part of it. Now it's Black Americans, you didn't just create this, everybody else created this, or other people added into this, or other people helped you, create this. You did not specifically, you yourself, come up with this. It was an added in thing, right? You were an afterthought. And the other thing about it is that a lot of these exact same individuals are the same ones who would like to, in a sense, be us. Now, again, we see time and time again online where a lot of people say like, oh, nobody's trying to be you guys and this, that, and the third. I can't tell you how many times that I've come across videos where I see Africans. Matter of fact, let me just slide this video in here. Ain't it amazing how you can look at all of these African boys, right? Notice the style that they have. Notice how it is that they are dressing. Even some of them actually have designs directly in their hair as well. Now, who do you think that they got that from? Do you think that they got this from the Egyptians? Do you think that they got this from some of their ancient tribes? No. They got this from Black Americans. Everything from the waves to the fades to the shape ups to the types of expression to the way that they want to wear clothes and all of these things. They got that directly from us. Now, how is that even possible, right? If Africans are supposed to be the originators of everything around the planet, how could you basically copy somebody that is not from the original? That doesn't make any, it doesn't make any type of sense, right? Because this would be you. You would automatically be doing this all over the place throughout Africa. But yet this is not what y'all do. I done seen African men. This is not what they do. I done seen people both from the cities, and I'm talking about by the point of view of what Africans would like to show off. I'm talking about some of the beautiful, glorious cities that they have directly in Africa, all the way to the villages, and some in between. And not one of those men there naturally do this, and that is out of the whole of the continent. This is not what they do. This is not what they do. They just started doing this. They just started catching up to this. And like I said, this is the air around the iceberg. This is just in this clip by itself. This is the air around the iceberg. And this is what I tend to say when I cover a lot of these topics when it deals with Africans, is that, a lot of y'all are weird. A lot of y'all are weird for the way that y'all decide to move out here. You want to mock Black Americans. You want to try to say that we don't have this and we don't have that, and you guys are so proud of your culture and your language and your home and your tribe and all this other type of stuff. You're so proud that you run. You're so proud that you run to any and all countries of which the people don't look like you in order to find safety. That's some crazy work. That's diabolical. You guys will run to the United States, hide amongst Black Americans up until the point where you can, start to be buddy with other immigrants. And y'all start, doing your little jokey jokes and all this other type of stuff. And, y'all want to potentially pass money around and, trade jobs and all this other type of stuff. And then once you guys start going up in ranks, this is now when you want to start showing your true self. This is now when you want to start being that tribe. You want to be proud of who it is that you are. This is now where you want to start waving that flag, but yet you're waving that flag, but you're dressed as a Black American. How that work? Why is it that every single time that I see these Africans out here, like I said, those are African young men. Explain to me, riddle me, why is it that even in the motherland, where they are amongst their own people, they still decide these are the same people that's supposed to be proud of every single 100% of every single thing that they are, but yet you're copying Black Americans. What we do is not what you do. And then while copying Black Americans, you don't even have the nerve. You don't even have the pride to just dress as you would normally dress and just do the hairstyle. Like, I would respect it more if you actually did that. I'm like, oh, okay, that's, that's whatever it is. All right, that's cool. Y'all can't even do that. It's like once you start, doing the whole thing of Black Americans, like, yo, we got to put the whole thing on. It's like, huh? You're not even us. We're not even you. We're not even from the same places, on the planet. But yet you're proud, though. You're so proud, even if you're at home, you still don't even act as though you're at home. You don't even look as though that you're even at home. When you're in a whole nother country, you're so proud that you decide to assimilate and you want to be buddy-buddy with all these other ethnicities that really technically don't even really like you. But just because all of y'all don't like Black Americans, y'all decide to, team up for a short, friendly alliance, right? But at the end of the day, for a lot of the Black Americans, you got to understand that you have a lot of ungrateful people directly out here. And we've fought, while fighting for ourselves, we also, fought for other people, right? And no matter how hard we fought, no matter the sacrifices that we gave, no matter the generations that have been lost, to a lot of these battles and these wars, you have a lot of people that have come directly through and never gave thanks. You have a lot of people that came through and decided to come into the house and they didn't even, brush off the water off the umbrella, right? They didn't brush off the water off of their raincoat. They didn't shake nothing off, right? Their shoes are muddied and have all types of dirt and filth, and they came directly in and walking directly on a brand new carpet. And we're supposed to respect that and just take that as is. And now people are getting mad because Black Americans are standing 10 toes down and saying like, okay, so you guys wanted to be separate from us. We are finally at that point where we want to be separate from you, and we don't want no type of associations or anything to have to do with you. And now people want to tote the word xenophobic towards Black Americans. Like I said, using scare tactics. You're trying to use tactics of which that you don't even have the complexion for. And that's the crazy part. That's the most diabolical part about the whole thing of a lot of these folks trying to say that Black Americans are xenophobic. It would work if you had a whole different complexion. You guys are so brainwashed within your pride of quote unquote being from the continent or whatever place that you're from that you automatically forgot what color that you were. People that allowed you to fly so far away from the coop that you really think that you are more than what it is that you are. You think that you are really bigger than the program. You think that you are standing toe to toe, side to side, eye to eye to the exact same people who placed y'all in captivity, who helped y'all to be in captivity, who are now giving you the walking keys to be in a quote unquote, ranged captivity. The exact same people who are still in it taken directly from your land. Like, it's crazy to me that y'all never have energy for white folks. Y'all don't got nothing for the Europeans, really, except for, like I said before, the handful of nations in Africa. But the whole rest of y'all don't have the energy for the Europeans. You don't have it for the Australians. You don't have it for anything dealing with the United States at all either. That's some crazy word, but magically all of these groups always got their mouth open and got something ready to say when it deals with Black Americans, but y'all don't never got nothing to say when it deals with white folks. Color me surprised. Y'all pump faking out here. Y'all make it seem like y'all tough when it deals with Black Americans, but when it's everybody else, oh yes sir, no sir. Y'all doing all this other type of stuff. Like I said, man, you know, it's clown work out here. It is clown work. And then y'all open y'all mouths online and y'all try to tell Black Americans that y'all, the Africans and many others, y'all the ones, the shakers, and y'all the real shakers and movers when it deals with the United States. Y'all the real ones that really be putting stuff on. All right, y'all the real wave. Sure you are. Sure you are. And let's just play devil's advocate for a bit, right? For a lot of those groups out there, let's say that at this point, you are the shaker and the movers. You are the wave. How long do you think that that's going to last before it goes right back to the originals? Just saying. You know, sometimes people get tired. Sometimes people like to take a break. Sometimes people want to see if you are everything that you say that you really are, and how far can you actually carry it. Because like I said, a mouth can talk many miles, but how far can you actually walk? That's the thing. And for a lot of these folks directly out here, y'all can't really walk that far. You can barely even walk 2 feet without tripping. But yet y'all supposed to be the real movers and the shakers and the real wave here, and y'all the originators and all this other type of stuff, while Black Americans are just, you know, chopped liver, so they say. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and my tangent and me speaking in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.